And a beautiful Sunday morning here in Beaver Creek. The cloud cover is starting to part. The sun is coming out. It's already 15 degrees. It's practically springtime. It's a beautiful day here in the Vail Valley. We've got a heck of a show for you today. I'm Cameron. I'm here in Beaver Creek. We've got Ty in the studio and Sarah over in Vail. And we've got so much to share with you this morning on Vail Valley Live. The show starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. My name is Ty Diaz, and as Cameron says, he's in Beaver Creek. Sarah is over at Vail, and there's a lot to share with you this morning. Sunday, February the 6th, that's where we are. And today on the show, as you can see, we have Cameron, Sarah. We're going to be sharing with you some Olympic updates. We'll let you know some sweet self-care at Knapp Harvest down in Gypsum. And we'll be sharing with you a little bit of shopping at the outlets of Silverthorne, sharing with you what made headlines, so much more, give you a look at the weather, traffic, and certainly get you pumped up, full of energy to get out and hit the slopes this morning of Vail or Beaver Creek Mountain, whichever is your goal, or do some shopping, or just walk around the village and do a little bit of discovery, and just kind of get you right into the game. And surprisingly, waking up this morning, 2 inches of new snow reported the past 24 hours. Vail, Beaver Creek Mountain calling the same numbers, and in the weather, last night into today, I had no idea it was going to snow. So it was a welcome surprise when I heard the plows coming through the neighborhood, making all that noise right around the time my alarm goes off, 4:30 a.m. to get here to start the show with you all, 7:30 a.m. And let me tell you, I'm not awake, not at all. But sunrise this morning, 7:06, sunset 5:30 p.m. We're starting to feel and see that daylight, a little bit earlier now. We're looking at the weather as Cameron described for you. Traffic-wise is moving on the interstate, but we're looking at temperatures in the teens up and down the valley. 15 is where Cameron is standing, temperature-wise. In Fields, the teens. Sarah picking up 13, in Fields, the teens. Clouds overhead breaking. The sun wants to make way today. High temperatures, the mid-20s. Overnight low temperatures this evening. And overnight temperatures, we're going to find the below figures. Mostly cloudy throughout the day, they're calling for. But I imagine there'll be a little bit of a dance between the sun and the clouds today. And then that dance starts to take lead with the sun. And for your Monday, tomorrow, temperatures climbing now back into the 30s, holding those temperatures up and down the 30s throughout the week, all the way through Thursday, keeping the sun with us Tuesday. Then we'll find Wednesday, Thursday, the reprise of fog and clouds, increasing our chances for snow showers or precipitation by the time Thursday gets here, as you can see right there. This weather is brought to you by the outlets of Silverthorne, Elevated Savings, and one of our many topics shared between each other. We need to get over to the outlets and do some shopping. I love the savings over there. It starts with 10% off initially, any of the store locations, but spotting the deals, noticing the big signs in the windows, upwards of 70% off is what can be found over at the outlets at Silverthorne. And I'm looking to get into some J. Crew and Banana Republic over there, just to list a few. We're going to go over to Vail. That's where Sarah's hanging out. And Sarah, a lot of big activity happening over at Vail, an opportunity to cheer on our Olympians as they compete over in Beijing. And I learned, just looking at a press release or a little advertisement on vailgov.com's website, we have 16 of athletes that are a part of Ski and Snowboard Club Vail competing in Beijing that train with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail that's over there. And you're standing right next to the big, I guess they call it a jumbotron, where we can watch everything.
So we're right here at the covered bridge. Good morning, Ty. And it is so fun to cheer on our local athletes. Like you said, lots of people from right here in the Vail Valley, just over the pass in Silverthorne. Red Gerard had a great night last night competing, and really nice to cheer on these hometown heroes in Beijing.
Yeah. Oh, it's really exciting. And so I'm learning that not too far from where you're standing, there's a big screen so we can watch everything even this evening.
That's right. So we're going to head over to the International Bridge here shortly. They've got a watch party that's going to run through the 20th. So after you get some turns in on the mountain, make sure to check it out. And that's going to be really every day through the Olympics. So you can cheer on the games, make sure, everyone's hitting their landings on all these fun events. So we're going to check that out here shortly.
Yeah, we're really excited. Julia Marino of Connecticut, that's where she's from, and snowboarding took home the silver medal. And with that, where she's training and moved to Breckenridge, so in Colorado, that's one for Team USA, our first in snowboarding, bringing home something from Beijing, the silver.
And I read that Colorado, just the state of Colorado, has more athletes competing in the Olympics than most countries. So,
oh, wow.
Centennial State well represented this year, and so fun to watch everyone from just right around the corner competing and doing such a great job.
All very exciting stuff. And with your schedule, we're all very busy, you know, as locals, being a part of the resort and the experience for the guests. Have you had time to maybe catch anything, even in the background from the Olympics?
I did. I watched a little bit last night. Like I said, I was cheering for Mark McMorris. He's a great athlete. Red Gerard just over the hill in Silverthorne. So fun to have someone with that local tie. And we were talking about the weather. It feels great out here compared to last weekend when we were, I think, at -5, -10 when the show kicked off. We've got a little bit of light snow falling, which feels great. The sun's going to poke out. But it was, I believe, -20 was the wind chill over in Beijing. So
oh, wow.
They are definitely bundled up. All you could see of the athletes last night was just a little bit of the nose. Everything was covered with the helmet, with the warm gear. So it looks like a chilly one over there.
I am a fan of the gear that our Team USA athletes are wearing over there, all the way up to the buff, the face coverings like you're describing. I was telling some friends last night. I'm like, I gotta find that gear if someone has it online. I don't know where to shop for it, so we can have that Olympian look as well, Team USA. And so what we're gonna do right now is head over to the camera. And thank you, Sarah. We'll be checking back in with you over by International Bridge in Beaver Creek. Cameron had a goal today, and I don't want to do the spoiler and let people know what your goal to introduce to us this morning. So I see the clouds, I see the blue sky, and your goals. What's going on in Beaver Creek this morning? Snowing.
Hey, yeah. So it's like Sarah said, it's definitely a lot warmer today. Like you can see, I got my jacket just unzipped, just open. We're hanging out today. The sky is looking beautiful. The fog is kind of burning off a little bit already. But like you mentioned, got kind of a goal for us today. We're gonna find some sweet treats and some places to eat. So that's kind of, we're gonna be bopping around the village. We're gonna talk about a couple places, just to kind of give us a teaser, a little start us off here. You know, as you can see, I'm in front of Haymeadow Express, the gondola #1 over here in Beaver Creek, and at the top of the Haymeadow Express is the ice cream parlor.
Oh.
So you can get all kind of ice cream shakes. They have ready-to-drink cocktails, which sounds like they're more for the adults than for the kiddos. But they also have, some grilled cheese sandwiches, a little light lunch fare for you and for perhaps your little ones who are enjoying Haymeadow, and right here in front of the Park Hyatt. So just right here, just a nice little, like I said, a little sneak peek of the different sweet treats and places to eat we'll find throughout the show today.
All right, we thank you very much. But Cameron, your weather where you are in Beaver Creek compared to Sarah, we didn't see snow flying by sideways and, in her atmosphere. But is this coming off of the Park Hyatt building? What's going on? How is this possible that it's snowing where you are as we're looking at blue skies?
No, it is properly snowing. It's not coming off of the building, but I'm gonna tilt my camera so our viewers can see that. I don't know what cloud it's coming from. But yeah, it is just lightly falling. Snow is lightly falling here in Beaver Creek. It's beautiful, and like I said, it's comfortable. It's a great temperature right now, just to be out and about and hanging out in the village.
Cameron, we thank you very much. As you can see from both Sarah and Cameron, they're talking to us, but we're not exactly seeing their breath in the atmosphere while they're speaking with us. But notice at the bottom of your screen there, the crawl of what's groomed on Vail Mountain. And to reiterate for you, 2 inches reported the past 24 hours, Vail and Beaver Creek. We'll be right back.
What does the future of strength look like? It's a personal trainer that assesses your strength and adds weight as you progress. It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout.
Come on.
And it's a roster of coaches that motivates you to get stronger, faster. The future is strength you can feel and results you can see. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block and Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and it injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has a responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block and Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block and Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live, and 2 inches of new snow reported the past 24 hours. Vail, Beaver Creek. If you're just tuning in with us, that's what you want to know as far as fresh conditions on the slope. We would like to start out by saying thank you to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea for fueling our morning with a little bit of caffeine. And maybe you're listening to us on Spotify, heading to one of their locations right now, especially in Beaver Creek, to get a little breakfast, to bring all the bagels back to the condo before you head out on the slopes. You might see Cameron out there too. He's trying to find locations to discover nosh with you and him this morning in Beaver Creek. So be on the lookout for Cameron. Let's see what's made headlines in today's newspaper. The Vail Daily, and a lot of you do that walk early in the morning for years through the neighborhood, returning to your second, third home to get that newspaper, but now listening to us, Vail Valley Live on there. And here's some of the topics. Golden Hour. I love this picture. It also describes a photographer's favorite window, one of the many favorite windows to take pictures. This one is the sunset from Belly Ache Ridge last week in Walcott. Days are getting longer as the seasons change, and we are 42 days away until spring. Just kind of let you know about that. And that golden hour shot, that is fantastic. But in other topics, bridging I-70 funding gap. CDOT's Auxiliary Lanes project on Vail Pass, which began in August, is expected to receive more federal funding from Biden's bridge package. And that topic is found on page A3 as you turn and roll inside of the newspaper, local and regional. Star Search, we're enjoying the views of the constellations here. As we can see, the stars at night are fantastic, and I love anyone that has the camera for the ability to see the stars so clearly, or maybe your eyes are as good. But you'll see right here, deep winter is a crisp, sparkling time to connect with the night sky. So, during the day, getting out in the sun, maybe hitting the slopes, but don't forget getting out in the evening time too, and just appreciating where we are, so close to the stars like this, and being able to peep them like that. That's a fantastic view. Whoever took that. But the article is by Susie Kincaid, but got to find out who the photographer was on that. I can't seem to find the name. And looking at another topic, arts and entertainment, the best of Vail Valley, breakfast, brunch, and lunch, and they're showcasing vintage in this topic. And check out the lox and bagel in one of these images over here, oysters in another. You can find some of the locations to enjoy, like Drunken Goat, where the oysters are down in Edwards. You can enjoy Village Bagel. They're also in Edwards. And these are one of the many topics in arts and entertainment, the best of Vail. Brunch, breakfast, brunch, and lunch. And brunch, that's a Sunday thing. What do you think about brunch there, Rachel? Rachel's driving the show this morning. I mean, Sunday mornings, and how soon do you begin brunch?
Oh, I love brunch. You start at about 10 o'clock, and I could sit there all day. I could sit at brunch through the afternoon. I love it.
That's what brunch is all about. Now, on the brunch side, is it the eats side, or is it the beverage side of brunch that has the food in the glass? And you know what I'm talking about.
A healthy balance of the two.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a Bloody Mary person myself. Some celery in there, make a face with the bacon and the olives on the skewer stick and the straw.
I love it.
A lot of horseradish, Worcestershire, and vodka.
Let's do some traffic.
All right, we're going to head outside to Sarah And she's over at Vail to give us a look at the traffic here shortly. But let's talk about traffic. I'm seeing it outside of the windows this morning. Some movement. And Sunday, that's the day where we normally see the heaviest of traffic after a few laps, jumping on I-70, heading eastbound back towards the Front Range. And this morning, you're seeing a steady low movement, both east and westbound. But debris is on the cameras. So we're seeing some splashback. We're seeing that shoulder median snow is still existing. Now we'll head on over to Sarah. And Sarah, how was traffic for you this morning getting over to where you are?
So it was a little bit icy, like you mentioned, we had a couple inches of new snow. It's still coming down lightly here in Vail, so people were taking it slow, just a little bit slippery on the road up valley, but not too bad.
And when it comes to brunch, I mean, do you just limit brunch, that whole theme, to Sundays? Because that's how traditionally it's regarded. So what do you think about brunch?
I love brunch any day of the week, whether it's huevos rancheros, eggs Benedict. I can't go wrong with something that's a little bit savory, a little bit spicy, maybe some guacamole and salsa on there. So big brunch fan. All
right. Speaking of fans, the Olympics are going on, and we have 16 people competing, athletes competing this year in Beijing. And that 16, they trained with Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, and we're a fan.
Absolutely. So nice to have so many locals represented here in Beijing, and best place to cheer them on right here at the International Bridge. You'll see the big Jumbotron behind me. So once the games kick up this afternoon, people can gather here, grab a hot chocolate or a hot toddy, and cheer on your favorite athletes. That's going to be every day through February 20th. So make sure you stop by after you enjoy your time on the mountain and everything après. So we're just right here by the creek, and a really fun place to enjoy.
Yeah, this is International Bridge, and if Barry could kind of pan around so people can kind of do the lay of the land, recognizing some of the features, so that when you're walking around, you recognize some indicators to say we're in the right spot. International Bridge, and that's a great place to put that big screen on International Bridge for this Olympic display. And it looks like on the 12th, there's a special Olympian celebration going on.
That's right. Big celebration planned on the 12th, so get decked out in your red, white, and blue. And to give you a little perspective, we're just shy of the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, so we're close. Speaking of Valentine's around the corner, all those sweet treats. So really fun spot to enjoy the Olympics. And again, just steps from the gondola. So after you get up on the mountain and enjoy those fresh turns today, make sure you stop by.
Considering the time zone that we're in, Beijing versus here, are we seeing any traffic moving around out there? Anyone awake yet? Maybe just doing what we're doing, just finding where we should be to watch that big screen?
That's right. A few folks are just getting their coffee. We saw a couple guys running by, doing a little jogging this morning, which is a little brisk to have the shorts on. But people just showing up for work, just getting ready for breakfast and a nice cocoa or coffee to start their day. And then in the next hour, the lifts will start spinning. Everything will get kicked up here in Vail.
8:30, that's the lift times over at Vail for the start of your day. 9 o'clock over at Beaver Creek. And if you're just now tuning in with us on Vail Valley Live, thank you for watching Outside Television Channel 17. Still ahead, we're going to be sharing with you a little bit about the weather, checking back in with camera, seeing what's all happening in Beaver Creek. Stay close.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Winter is coming, and you can enjoy every minute with Outside Plus, your membership to the outdoors. Whether you're exploring the backcountry or your local trails, Outside Plus has you covered. With expert advice on gear, product discounts, premium access to Outside TV and the Gaia GPS app, and inspiring content delivered from the most respected names in the outdoors. Become an Outside Plus member today to get free tickets and VIP access to this year's Warren Miller film. Join at warrenmiller.com/Outside Plus.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds. They're back.
Yes, I hear them.
Uh-oh. Why are these birds so angry?
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
I'm going. Ah!
Hurry!
I know.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Betteridge, fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Thank you for watching us on Outside Television 17. Every morning you can find us here 7:30 a.m. Kind of let other people know that too. And then we're all doing the same thing at the same time. And I appreciate it's fun having the conversation with you. You're like, this notification comes on my phone. Vail Valley Live on Facebook. Yeah, that's us reminding you that we're on. So just go ahead and flip to that screen and tune in with us like you are right now. Giving you a look at the weather. Seeing some clouds, some fog overhead. The sun's trying to break through the crystalline water ice in our atmosphere in Beaver Creek. It was snowing all around Cameron for some reason, and where Sarah is in Vail, you're not really seeing much of that happening in the atmosphere, but on the shoulder and the medians for your commute, you can see it through there. And in your view, even outside of your hotel or your condo or a home that you're renting while visiting with us, you'll see it on the trees out there. And temperatures this morning, in the teens and feels, both Vail and Beaver Creek. And we're going to find a little dance of the sunshine and clouds for the day. As you can see there, mostly cloudy skies, high temperatures, the mid-20s. Then a drastic dip in temperature for your overnights as we roll into our Monday. We're talking the below figures. And be prepared for that. It's part of the excitement of being in a winter wonderland. The cold temperatures, the snow conditions, the visuals, whatever's in the atmosphere, it's magical. Keeping the sunshine around into our Tuesday, clouds and fog roll back in our Wednesday, Thursday, increasing our chances for precipitations, for some showers. Are you heading to Beaver Creek today? What are you doing in Beaver Creek today? You need some ideas maybe this week. Did you just get here? Are you going to be here soon? Take a look at this calendar. Yes, Helmut Fricker is still around and performing in the village every day, just about. You'll see from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock today. You can catch him over there telling jokes, doing the yodeling thing, playing the alpenhorn, taking pictures, waving, saying hi to everyone that he's seen for years throughout the village and every day throughout the day in the village. And then to you, when you get here, be sure to say hi to Helmut. And if you take a picture with Helmut, you can send it to us. We would love to see that you found him. You can find him in Beaver Creek. Also, other events happening in Beaver Creek. You can find the Talents Challenge coming up later on this month, also known as the Locals Race or Challenge, where you get to take on 14 black and double black diamonds in some of the most extreme parts of Beaver Creek Mountain, 26,000 feet of vertical. Yeah, this is a race that we've watched people take after early in the morning over at Beaver Creek Mountain, and some have done this course twice in the same day, and then there's a celebration afterwards where you get to enjoy some swag and some food. Get registered for the Talents Challenge by visiting beavercreek.com. And also there, you can find out more information and then, of course, start training for that. Let's go over to Beaver Creek right now. That's where Cameron is. And Cameron, now you've been visiting here off and on for years. We've talked about this. And now you're living here for the first time this season. I'm not sure what time of year you normally made it here for me to ask, have you ever done Talents Challenge before? Is it on your list?
I would be in a bad way if I had done Talents Challenge already. Not quite up to that level of proficiency just yet, but hey, maybe next season for sure. There's always next season for the Talents Challenge for me. So no, actually, Ty, most of the time that I've come out here over the past 7 years now, I've actually been out here during the summertime. And for those of our viewers who may have only been out here in the winter times, it's such a beautiful and different experience when you see the ski slopes and they're bumpy and the bushes and the flora and fauna just everywhere. But it's certainly a gorgeous time of year to be here, whether you're here for the Talents Challenge here in February or throughout the year in the other seasons.
They say, a lot of us are drawn here because of our winters, but a lot of us remain here as locals and as a resident. These days, if we could find a place to live locally because of the summers. There's so much to do. And with the summers, Cameron, I mean, if you think about it, in the wintertime, we all gravitate to the slopes. When everyone comes to the town, most of the time, you can just guess where we're all going. But in the summertime, groups, families, they split up. People have other things they want to do. You're going biking, we're going fishing, someone's going hiking. We tend to disperse and spread out around the valley and do different things. It's a different life out here. But you're by Strawberry Park. What's happening over there?
Yeah, so Ty, I've relocated a little bit. I've shifted across the face of the mountain some. So at the top of the show, the very top of the show is at Centennial, the Centennial Lift, which is just to my right, just across the skier bridge here. And now I've come over to Strawberry Park, right here. You can see the lift right behind me. And I want to talk to you. We're talking about sweet treats and places to eat. And I've got kind of a twofer for you. So you're getting two for the price of one here. Maybe not actually the price of one, but in theory. So I've got a breakfast and brunch and kind of all-day dining spot for you here, as well as a little, place to get some candy later. So over my right shoulder here, you see, this is the Osprey Hotel, the Osprey Lodge here, and that door right there is the entrance to the Osprey Fireside Grill. And you can see, I mean, they've gotten some like press over the years for being the closest hotel to a chairlift. It's literally, I mean, you could do it in 20 steps, maybe 15 big ones. But they serve breakfast every morning starting at 7 a.m. And I was looking at their menu really quickly, and they've got a beautiful looking brioche French toast that would really hit the spot right now. So it's like they've got breakfast from 7 and then food throughout the day. I know that right now they're working through staff shortages and things like that, as a lot of businesses here in the Valley and throughout the country are. So their dinner and lunch times or availability might be somewhat limited, but definitely check them out for breakfast, especially if you're staying at the Osprey. I mean, what's more convenient than right there? And if you want to find out more about the Osprey, we certainly just Google them, but they're listed as a lodging option on the Beaver Creek website. So they're a partner of the resort, and you can find the best deals through like a package or finding them through the website there. Like I said, I've got a twofer for you. So here we are at Strawberry Park, and at the top of Strawberry Park is the Candy Cabin. And we were chatting before the show. Barry, our camera op, who's over in Vail with Sarah, he was saying that he and his kids were out here yesterday, and they got all the Swedish fish. So they've got Swedish fish, Nerds, M&Ms, all the classic candies there for you at the Candy Cabin. So maybe grab a brioche French toast, hop on the lift, get a couple runs in, check out Candy Cabin. There you are. You're set for the day.
Being set for the day right there at the Osprey. One of my favorite things to grab at the Osprey right around happy hour, a beer, and some of their wings that they do inside Buffalo. They do a great job. And as far as Candy Cabin is concerned, if you're looking at a map of Beaver Creek, and you can do so by logging on to beavercreek.com's website, you'll notice chair 12 and chair 18 meet at the top. And smack dab in the middle of both of those, that's Candy Cabin. You're watching Vail Valley Live. We'll be checking back in with Sarah and Cameron here shortly. But we're going to take a break. Treat your dog to delicious, nutritious dog food. Specialty items and high-quality gear for dogs who love to get outside and play. Do-it-yourself dog washing and grooming services now available. Mountain Canine, the dog-friendliest shop in the Vail Valley.
Look your best with fashions from the outlets at Silverthorne. Mountains of brands to suit your style with savings up to 70% off every day. Don't forget to pick up a VIP savings card from the Colorado Welcome Center for even more discounts. Become an Elite Rewards member and earn amazing gifts. Outlets at Silverthorne, located 30 minutes east of Vail, exit 205 on I-70.
That's right. Speaking of the outlets of Silverthorne, upwards of 70% in savings. You didn't hear it just from me. You heard it from their commercial. And you saw all the logos of the name brands that could be found out there. But Tricia Swenson is going to introduce you to one in store. This one is Williams-Sonoma from the outlets of Silverthorne. Let's take a look.
If you're a foodie or just love to entertain, you're going to love the Williams-Sonoma outlet over at the outlets at Silverthorne. Joining us now to tell us more is Peggy Zieglin. And Peggy, I could get lost in this store. It's so fun to look around.
It is one of my favorites, and it is an exclusive outlet for the state of Colorado. You can only go to a Williams-Sonoma outlet at the outlets at Silverthorne.
And the savings is pretty amazing. We were just looking at the Star Wars themed Instapots and electrics. Tell about these and the prices.
Oh my gosh. Well, the toaster is going to actually end up costing you $32. It's 60% off. Hello, amazing. And then the Instapot, that we decided it's going to cost you $40. Again, 60% off, all Star Wars themed, which is, of course, the way to go.
Little R2-D2 there
Oh,
for your
yeah.
toaster.
Yes.
That's super cool. And then a lot of other name brands. You know, we have Fontessa with beautiful silverware. Also Versace. Oh, what a great little
You can
gift
find,
item.
I encourage you to go to their clearance area. It's an extra 30% off. And that's where I found that fabulous Versace.
All
You never
right.
know. Speaking of deals, you and I have on the deal of Williams-Sonoma.
Okay.
Because these are 100% cashmere throws. And if you prefer, they can become our fabulous shawls,
Yeah, like a
right?
scarf or a shawl.
Love them. These are internet returns. Big secret, everybody. Internet returns.
Okay,
at
what does that
Williams-Sonoma.
mean?
That means they might have gotten returned by someone from the full price online. They end up at our outlet. They end up marked down. So they were already marked down to $139. This is huge. I put this on my couch. I put this on me. And then it's going to be an extra 30% off. It's going to cost you under $100 for this.
Okay.
It's amazing.
It is. It is very luscious. All right. And then a few of the things that Williams-Sonoma is known for, just some of the plates, the chargers that can go with them. We also have something for the kiddos. Maybe if you have a little grandchild, this is a nice little tartan set. And then also just their soaps and lotions.
The best.
These are great too.
The very best soaps and lotions. They're like $12 a piece, but they're 30% less off of that. They have great sets like this pumpkin spice, and they have all different hazelnut spice and beautiful sets that they have with candles and everything else.
And then let Williams-Sonoma do the cooking. We've got meatball marinara, we've got beef stew, the braising sauce. So you can find a lot of things to kickstart your menus too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
Let the man in your life think you really did a huge job. Yeah.
Cooking. All right. Well, you can find these things and many more at the Williams-Sonoma outlet here at the outlet at Silverthorne.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
You are watching Vail Valley Live, and today is supposed to be, in weather-wise, a dance with sun and clouds. Finding that already happening in the atmosphere in Beaver Creek. Actually, for Cameron, a mixture of snow somehow where he is, and the skies look somewhat bluer than cloudy, but yet still finding snow in his atmosphere, and it's not blowing off of the buildings. But at this point in the morning, 8:03, looking towards the east, this view is showing us Vail, north and south frontage road and that mountain area, but we're not seeing the Gore Range in the background like we're used to. Those clouds are kind of low right now, that fog as well, but the sun's trying to have some dominance over that, and that's what the weather's calling for today. Mostly cloudy skies, a mixture of a dance with the sun and the clouds today. In the fields for the start of the morning, in the teens, high temperatures today in the mid-20s. And then tonight, mostly cloudy skies. We're going to find the below figures in fields. And so not so much for star peeping this evening, but still getting out for a nice little evening brisk walk in those temperatures, just enjoying all the layers that you purchased to enjoy this little winter wonderland the next couple of days, keeping sunshine in the forecast into our Tuesday. Tomorrow's Monday to let you know that. And then Wednesday, Thursday, fog and clouds rolling back in, and temperatures in the lower 30s, increasing our chances for precipitation by the time Thursday gets here. But looking outside, what a magical winter wonderland that we are in right now. And over at Vail, we'll check in with Sarah to see how things are kind of, shaping up for the start of the morning. At this point in the hour, you're inside, love your hat, but look at all the other options to choose from. What are you going to do, Sarah?
That's right. So many great options here at Gorsuch Ski Cafe. Truly a one-stop shop. Everything from your cappuccino before you head up Gondola 1 to, it smells amazingly, fresh pastries and cinnamon rolls in here. People stopping in for a quick breakfast bite. And then, speaking of layers, it's going to be all of the day. A little bit of light snow, changing the sun. So many great options for hats, so you can get decked out for your opera get-together. Ski tunes, helmets, really everything you need, goggles, and it's all right here at the Ski Cafe just down from Gondola 1.
Yes, I love going inside of there, again, like you're mentioning, for the espresso, for the coffee, staying inside and enjoying those beverages and their petite ware that they give you, the little dainty coffee or teacup with the saucer, very refined. And then while there, you're surrounded by all of this retail. I mean, I see a hat that you might enjoy on that shelf behind you there. Anything catching your eye?
I've got my eyes on the one with the goggles. So if you don't have your goggles on the hat, we've got this one with the goggles. We've got some other pom-pom hats like the one I have today. So many great, fun, colorful options to keep you warm both on and off the slopes. And just some great items in here. So if you forgot the extra pair of gloves or socks, I feel like every time I come up to ski, I forget something. So they've got everything you need. And in the afternoon, again, more snacks, some cocktails after you wrap up your day on the hill.
You ever forget something when you're skiing, but you used a locker service someplace and you put the coin in or the key and you left it there, and then at the end of the day, you're like, I forgot something. It's in the locker. They have lockers there where you can forget things, but don't forget where they are to go back there. They have lockers at that Gorsuch Cafe.
They do. That's right. Lockers, tuning, really a full-service shop here. Everything you need to prep for your day on the mountain.
Yes, plenty of shopping that can be done right there where you are, just kind of panning around. Thank you, Barry. And looking at the shop itself, just getting the lay of the land. They open at 8 o'clock. Be sure to stop by the Gorsuch Cafe today for some lockers, for some rentals, maybe some purchases, or to enjoy some coffee, some nosh, like Sarah said. Speaking of nosh, Trisha Swenson's been spending a lot of time in different kitchens lately, and this time she's going to be sharing with us in a Dine and Drink segment how to make chili. Let's check in.
Nothing tastes better on a cold day than a pot of chili, and we're going to learn the anti-inflammatory qualities of this chili made by Christine Pierangeli, and she's a certified master nutrition therapist with Profound Wellness here in Vail. And anti-inflammatory qualities, a lot of people don't quite know what that means. They don't understand it, but this is an easy recipe. You could serve your family and still be healthy.
That's right. That's right. Some of the major inflammers are sugar, gluten, and dairy. So this recipe has none of those. And inflammation in our body, systemic inflammation, is the root of many of the major diseases found today: cancer, heart disease, diabetes, dementia. So avoiding those properties is really a strong marker for our health.
Well, yeah, and you know what? Just being able to do it with simple ingredients, using food kind of as medicine, that whole metaphor.
Yes,
and
it's fast. Yes. It warms us up.
Yeah, and these ingredients, simple ingredients, you can easily find them at the grocery store. You can enhance certain things if you want, or tailor certain things to your needs. But what do we have here?
So we've got fire-roasted diced tomatoes, mild green chilies, tomato paste, onions, red peppers, a mix of spices, cilantro, garlic, ground beef, and tricolored beans. You can use any
kind of beans black, you want.
Any kinds of beans you want.
Okay, all right, let's take this over to the stovetop and get cooking.
Fabulous. We'll start with a little oil for sautéing. And then I will throw in onions, peppers, and the mild green chilies. Sauté these for 5 to 10 minutes on low, just to get the onions nice and caramelized and everything mixed together. We'll add the beef. Once that beef is cooked, I start adding my spices, my beans, my tomatoes. Usually the beef takes 10 to 15 minutes, and then I just start adding everything else in.
And then you can let it simmer as long as you want, right?
Absolutely. The longer it simmers, the more the flavors are able to meld together. So we all know chili is even better left over the next day, and that's just because those flavors are able to mix in together.
All right, our chili is ready, and instead of adding the typical toppings like your sour cream or cheddar cheese, which are dairy and that's an inflammatory food, you've added a little avocado.
Right, lots of fiber, protein, and healthy fats. They're really the perfect food. So having a side of guacamole, adding some avocado to the chili, wonderful anti-inflammatory benefits.
And you have a lot of information that you can share, whether you do the programs, you have individual clients, and they get a lot of great results by eating foods that are anti-inflammatory.
Right. Everything from, eliminating things like rheumatoid arthritis to weight loss everything in between. It's really a gamut. It's really game-changing.
Okay, we can find out more. What's your website?
Profoundwellness.fit.
Okay, thanks, Christine. I'm going to dig into this anti-inflammatory chili.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Get more information at VailYetiHockey.com. Go Yeti!
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
You are watching Vail Valley Live, and thank you for catching us, finding us on Outside Television 17, and or responding to that notification on your smart device that we're on YouTube and on your Facebook. You click the link, you're here with us. Again, we thank you for that. Talking about a dance of sunshine and clouds today, and we're starting the morning off in the teens and fields, and in Cameron's atmosphere, kind of snow flurries around the atmosphere over in Beaver Creek. Over at Vail, we're seeing more of the clouds higher above the 8,000-foot level, and so a bit clearer on the plaza level there. And temperatures for today, with a mixture of the sun and clouds, mostly cloudy skies, we're looking for the mid-20s. Overnight low temperatures in the below figures. It's going to be a chilly, cold one out there for your evening walkabout, but get dressed up in all that gear and get out and explore the evening time around Vail and Beaver Creek while looking really, really good in your winter attire. Keeping sunshine in the forecast for our Monday, our Tuesday. Temperatures then climbing into the 30s, mid to upper. Overnight low temperatures in the teens, and then slowly dipping Wednesday, Thursday, returning with those clouds, the lower 30s. Partly cloudy skies, fog in the evening. But again, if you're tuning in, you're heading out to the slopes, 8:30 over at Vail. It's another 17, 18 minutes away. 9 o'clock at Beaver Creek. They both reported 2 inches of snow the past 24 hours. Something really surprising for me to wake up to this morning, but I heard the plows going by, and I was like, no, it didn't snow last night. I didn't know it was supposed to snow last night. You probably thought the same thing, but it did. And it looks really good. Were you surprised, Rachel, this morning to any snow? Was it evident where you live?
Yes, I woke up and there was a dusting on my car. I had to get out and brush it off. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, just go ahead and dust that dusting off your shoulders and off of your car there. All right, so let's go and have a little fun right now. Let's get into headlines. Big talk. Sarah Iniarity is hanging out over at Vail. She was right by the big jumbotron where we can celebrate our Olympians and catch the Olympics that are happening over in Beijing. And in Beijing, Michaela Schifrin seeks third Olympic gold medal. Seen here in this image, she's holding the Women's World Cup Slalom Discipline Trophy at the World Cup Finals 3 years ago, March 16th, 2019. That's actually my birthday. And so that's what you're finding over there in Beijing with Michaela Schifrin. In other topics, let's see, who's our topic number 2? Dylan Walczyk finishes in 16th place in the men's moguls Olympic final. He's competing in the men's moguls qualifying at the Gent Snow Park in the Winter Olympics on Thursday in China. And again, he finished 16th in Saturday's finals. And as we look at our third topic, CMC grad student compete in Winter Olympics. And as you can see here, Mick Durdoff won the 2019 World Championship in Bordercross after earning the Associate's degree in business at CMC in Steamboat Springs in 2015. He'll be competing at his second Olympic Games this month. We also have CMC Aspen alum Alex Ferreira is an X Games gold medalist. During the Dew Tour champion and Olympic silver medalist. He'll be competing for the gold in Beijing after earning a bachelor degree in business administration at CMC this winter. Amazing that these guys are fitting education in with all this training and sport and athleticism. And also in our fourth topic, sports and outdoors, Snowboard Town, USA Part 1. Gold medal isn't a pipe dream. Taylor Gold pushes the boundaries of snowboarding, which could earn him a medal in Beijing. These are some of the many topics that you can find in today's Vail Daily. What we're going to do right now is head over to Beaver Creek. That's where Cameron is. And Cameron, are you able to catch any of the Olympics on TV, or is your work schedule or your social life or your being an athlete in the evenings going snowshoeing to huts preventing you from watching this, or are you able to catch any of this?
Ty, I'll tell you, my social calendar yesterday was as packed as it's ever been, like pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, what have you. But I will say I skied over in Vail and I walked by the Jumbotron and caught 5-10 minutes of the biathlon yesterday, which is one of my favorite events. I think it's super cool. They're getting like super active. They're out cross country skiing, and then they've got to really focus on their heart rate to be able to aim those air rifles. So really cool event, and it was really fun to catch it there in Vail just after having a few marks over at El Segundo. Yeah, they caught a little bit, but not too much just yet, Ty. What about you?
I'm catching it on the screens, where I'm working while bartending in the evening time. But at the International Bridge where you were, whatever time of that day was, how was the crowd looking as far as developing and just being a spectator by that big screen?
Yeah, so that was about 2:30 yesterday afternoon. So most folks were still up on the slope, but there were about 15 or 20 folks just kind of hanging out. There's a couple of benches over there, and there's some railings you can kind of prop up on and just hang out and enjoy the screen. I mean, it's huge. You saw it earlier in the show. So it's a fun vibe, and yeah, we were just all there just like, yeah, like cheering. It was great.
You know what's great? Hanging out at Rimini Cafe. Is that your segment right there? Nice little Italian place to enjoy gelato. Tell us what'd you find for us?
That's right. So I'm in front of the Rimini Cafe. So if you're in the village, if I am facing this way, which is the direction I'm facing, I don't know why I had to denote that direction, but the ice
kind of north
is just up there in front of me. Behind me, directly behind me, maybe able to see just a little bit, but that's the slopes there. So Centennial Express. So you see the escalators over my left shoulder. There we are. We're here, Rimini Cafe. They have some of the best gelato here in Beaver Creek. They've also got some really great assortments of pastries and fine chocolates and things like that. You can also get a great cup of coffee. And I will say, the best endorsement that I could give for this is the fact that they open at 8 o'clock, right? And I was walking through here, and I was like, I wonder, we're going to find another place to talk about for our sweet treats and places to eat. And the line was, if I'm standing here, it was all the way past, like probably 6 feet beyond where this little railing is.
Wow.
And it was all Beaver Creek resort employees. So if the folks who work here go here, it's the place to be.
Yeah, I mean, and so discovering Rimini Cafe, have you popped in there and had anything before? I'm a fan of the raspberry gelato that they do, but they also make up flavors. I'm looking to taste wasabi someday, or maybe like a real spicy like raw horseradish gelato. I mean, they get creative with their flavors in there. What have you had?
I haven't had of those more funky and experimental flavors, but I have had their pistachio gelato. If I'm getting gelato, it's going to be pistachio, and they have a really good one here. They also have, I think, the last time I was here, I don't know if they have them on the menu right now, but they had some really tasty macarons, like little tiny ones. So you can get like 3 or 4 of them, like a variety of flavors, and share with your friends. And that's what I did the last time I came here to Rimini Cafe.
All right, we thank you very much, Cameron. Just getting out and exploring a little bit of Vail, exploring a little bit of Beaver Creek. But it doesn't stop there. We have Minturn, we have Eagle Vale, we have Avon. Get out and discover what we do best as locals if you're planning on rolling your winter into summer, and even going a little further down Valley, discovering Eagle and Gypsum. And in a way, you might want to discover freshly grown produce and products. Checking out a little bit of Knapp Harvest. The address is 717 Sylvan Lake Road in Eagle. Sarah Iniarity took us there. Let's see what she found.
We're here in Eagle Ranch, Knapp Harvest, one of my favorite spots in Eagle, with Carrie Hogan. All about love.
All about love. February, of course, Valentine's Day. We know that's the obvious all about love day, but we're going to shine a light on love all month long. love yourself, love each other, love the planet, love the species that we share the planet with. And so, starting out with love yourself, honey turns out to be one of the best ways you can take care of yourself. Your immune system with these royal jellies, the propolis, a spoonful of honey is full of all the vitamins and minerals and enzymes that you need. So during all the illness that's been going around, a tablespoon of honey is just what the doctor ordered, and who knew medicine would taste so sweet.
So important this time of year, and local. I love all the local products you have, and that's important when you're buying the honey to make sure it's local.
Absolutely, because also love your planet. That there's less shipping, there's less packaging. We are supporting each other in the community, so love your community as well.
And such a great way. You can add it to your tea, like you said, just a spoonful in the morning, add it to baking goods. So many great ways to enjoy it.
Absolutely, and we have all sorts of recipes, so when you convert sugar to honey, there's a few different tricks, but we have them all. They really add health to your meal, so you can feel really good about cooking with honey, eating honey. You can even spread royal jelly on your face for a mask. It's fantastic.
That sounds
amazing. It's really good. So when you're talking about take care of yourself, start with the inside. Start with what, your health and how you feel. So good organic foods, honeys, that kind of thing is a really good way to do it.
Perfect. So many different varieties to choose from. Again, the local component, and so important to love ourselves and our planet.
Absolutely.
Since retirement, I've been trying a lot of new things. With Frank's Red Hot, it's the perfect blend of flavor and heat, like me. And it's great on all the recipes I've mastered. I put that on everything.
You are an electric vehicle. Electricity powers your heart. Want to feel your heart beat faster? Drive an electric car, where the loudest sound is the beat of your electric heart. This is the new Nissan.
Love is the theme all month at Knapp Harvest, and they invite you to experience their love of food, flowers, and bees. Pick up a delicious dinner and dessert for your Valentine. Grab jewelry for a friend and bath salts for yourself, and show your love for the planet with fill and refill. Knapp Harvest, your indoor farmers market, open 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. 2 inches of new snow reported the past 24 hours, both Vail and Beaver Creek Mountain, if you're just tuning in with us. And thank you for finding us on Outside Television 17. The month of January is Safety Month, and we're talking about skiers, snowboarder responsibility on the slopes. But now that we're in February, that theme continues to carry on over all the way until the end of the season. And it's really good to know a lot of folks and kids too, who make their way into ski and snowboard lessons on the slopes, they kind of pick up the code and learn their responsibility on the slopes while you're out there. And you can do the same thing by logging into Beaver Creek or Vail or any ski resort's website and finding the responsibility code, ski or snowboard responsibility code. It's about our conduct, our etiquette while we're out there on the slopes. And right here, we're looking at 7 steps. Number 1 is staying in control while we're out there on the slopes. Number 2, people ahead of you have the right of way. Number 3, stop in a safe place for you and others. Number 4, when starting downhill or merging, remember to look over your shoulder, look uphill, and yield to the right-of-way. Number 5 there, use devices to help prevent runaway equipment. That's an important one. 6, run closed right there. Observe all signs and posted warnings, especially when it comes to closed trails and how to approach a trail. And then the last one on this list here, know how to use lifts safely. So again, know the code. That theme continues, and it's very helpful to kind of have that understanding, and it's also a really good conversation to have while on chairlift rides and over lunch, just reviewing with one another those steps. And the game and the fun of it is memorizing them and testing each other's knowledge on that while we're out there. And then we'd recognize, what we see when we're out in the slopes by knowing the code, if things look right or could use a little help in that department. We're going to head out to Sarah. She's over at Vail. And, okay, there it is, the snow, a little bit of snow flurries in your atmosphere finally now. Because Cameron's getting it in Beaver Creek. We were wondering what was going on with the different weather patterns. How are things looking where you are?
That's right. The clouds are starting to break over Vail. We've got some sun peeking up over the ridge, but still white snow, so it should be a nice soft day up on the mountain. We're here on Bridge Street, and so many great live music options. On Sunday, the Shakedown Bar just around the corner has hours of live music. That's every Sunday. And then we're here in front of the Red Lion that's got live music every afternoon. And the Ford Amphitheater here in Vail has started to release their summer music schedule with some really big names come out in June.
Yeah, I love Bridge Street for that. People, they come back for this every year. You're wondering where to go. When you're on Bridge Street, you can either follow your taste buds or just listen for the music and then just have your ID ready and get inside and check out some sounds and sing along. And you enjoy the Red Line. Have you ever been one of the tables where the band sends the tray of Jell-O shots to your table and you're thinking, there's just 6 of us, but you send us a tray of 20. What are we supposed to do with that? Have you ever had that experience?
I have not, but I've been around when that's happened to other tables. Definitely a lively atmosphere, a fun local spot for sure. And the Ford Amphitheater, like I said, has started to release their musical acts for summer. They've got country star Jake Owen is going to be at the beginning of June. Joe Russo's Almost Dead, Humphreys McGee, some really fun lineups. Michael Franchi and Spearhead, one of the favorites here in the Vail Valley. So here we are in the middle of winter, but everyone's starting to make their summer plans for concerts and festivals and live music.
I appreciate you letting us know, because now you have me thinking ahead too about summertime and making plans. And that's the conversation at this point where we are in the season. We're just beyond the halfway point in our winter season. And, you know, we have some friends that are new here saying, well, what do you do during the off season? What do you do during the summer? Live shows, catch those whole thing, you know. And it's kind of seamless almost now living here. Our winters into off-season and summer with concerts, events, dining, and just so much going on. And just getting tickets and planning ahead. That's a great idea. There's people behind you over there. What are you noticing with the crowds and the traffic as far as the movement? The lift's open in 4 minutes.
That's right. 4 minutes until the gondola and the lift start spinning. People are heading up with their skis, with their backpacks to enjoy a nice day on the mountain. The line, we're going to walk up to the gondola and check it out, but not the line right now. People just get their Sunday, maybe stop for a cup of coffee or a crepe on the way up Bridge Street. So we're going to go check line, but it'll be up here.
Yeah, as you can definitely see that movement, that activity, and we are noticing some people with that warm cup of coffee or cocoa or whatever that they're doing. And the direction behind Sarah, that is Vail Mountain and Gondola 1 right there where the traffic is heading. Thank you very much, Sarah. We're going to go and check in right now with Cameron really quick and to see what traffic's looking like over there. We're somewhat of 33 minutes out from the open of Centennial 6, Express 6 right there, chairlift gondola combo, 6-pack and 10-person gondola. And the traffic is there too this morning. Did you bring your gear with you?
Hey, Ty. Yeah, we're starting to really see a surprising amount of folks up here. My gear's in the car. So I parked in one of the parking lots up here. So I'm going to, after the show, go do a quick costume change, throw on my snow pants and my ski boots, and maybe get on up here. I mean, the snow is still falling. It's going to hopefully be continuing throughout the morning, maybe keeping those turns soft up throughout the later in the afternoon. But yeah, like I said, there's a surprising amount of folks out right now, and I see them all. They've got their like shin guards and the poles for navigating like a race gate. So I'm not sure exactly where they're going, but there's a whole bunch of them up here today, getting ready to hop on the lifts and maybe shred some gnar up there later this afternoon.
So they did open Stone Creek chutes a few days ago, but just to the east of Centennial 6 Express Lift Chairlift where you are, Cameron, you'll notice some baffles, and there's a race course just to the left if you're riding up Beaver Creek Mountain from that chairlift. And I imagine these people are going to go there and train or compete, and you can find winter event schedules like that on Beaver Creek's website. But can you see it from where you are, right off to your right there? Something orange.
I can see the fencing. I'll pan to it with the camera here, see if we can show the viewers.
Yep,
it's just
that's
up
the finish
there
line.
in the yeah, so there's the red finish line and fencing up there. So I might have to. I wonder if that's open to the public, Ty. Do you know, or is it?
There are times in the season when there's not scheduled races over there. There are times in the season where you can book a race or something like that in there to compete with your friends. Vail used to have something like that, so a lot of sweet features about Beaver Creek Mountain. And you know, I'm just reminded now from our earlier conversations that when you were visiting here, you spent a lot of time at Vail, and you're now learning Beaver Creek a little bit more. I'm not going to ask if you have a preference between the two, but are you spending more time at Beaver Creek at all?
I'll have to look at my stats. I feel like I'm pretty evenly split. But Ty, I'll say the common refrain the locals say: once you ski Beaver Creek, your one job is to tell people to ski Vail, so that Beaver Creek doesn't get too busy. But I really enjoy both the resorts. They're really so different in terms of what you can expect, Vail with the really massive back bowls, you can scream down some of those runs. And Beaver Creek is a little bit, there's more family friendly and there's a lot more easier runs, I would say, over here in Beaver Creek. But there's certainly something for everybody here and in Vail. That's for
The
sure.
pitch of Vail Mountain versus Beaver Creek Mountain and other ski resorts, they vary. We're looking at how mountains are naturally shaped. And at Beaver Creek Mountain, the easier beginner terrain, the more flatter terrain are found at the top of the mountain, where a lot of ski resorts have a lot of the green or easier terrain at the base of the mountain, and the pitch would be reversed. But yeah, it's a different layout of Beaver Creek Mountain, so log on to the website and kind of discover the terrain by checking out the maps. But let's discover a little bit more about Vail right now. We're going to go back over to where Sarah is, and you're making some friends over there right by the Gondola 1. Who do you have?
That's right, Ty. I'm here with Bill and John visiting from Chicago and Indianapolis just to ask them what they're looking forward to today on Vail Mountain.
Got first time out this year, and we're just looking to have some fun out back and see what's what today.
What about
get the lay of the land? We're here for 4 days, so I think we're going to stay on the front, eventually make it to the back bowl. Seem to be a place to be. Looking forward to it. We've got another 5 guys to join us. Here at 8:30, we'll be ready to roll. And here they are. And here they are. If you really want someone to talk, here it comes.
All right, today, guys. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day with the sun peeking through, Gondola 1 spinning behind. Have a great Sunday out there.
It's going to be a great day out on the slopes, both Vail and Beaver Creek Mountain. Be sure to keep in mind that the safety, skier, snowboarder safety responsibility code, it applies to your experience. It's a great conversation piece to have while you're out there on the slopes today, especially with the crowds and the direction that you're going. But familiarize yourself with the terrain and knowing which direction you're going by logging on to Vail website or Beaver Creek's website, and just click the map over there, share it with one another, come up with a plan as you approach the mountain so that you are within your ability level, and of course, be safe out there. That's going to do it for us, Vail Valley Live. We'll catch you tomorrow morning right here at 7:30 a.m., but be safe out there.